Hi, this is Heather K. Margolis with Channel Maven, and welcome to another episode of CMCtv. Today we have the pleasure of our guest, Allison Gapter, Global VP of Partner Ecosystems and SME at SAP. Thanks so much for joining.
Absolutely, a pleasure to be here.
Well, and I'm so thrilled that you're local.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know that.
30 minutes, that's it.
That's
Easy.
Awesome. So Allison, you oversee all partner demand gen, and that is such a huge, it sounds like it's one thing, but that's a huge
bucket. It's a lot of things.
And I was recently at a conference and hearing a couple of people on your team talk about all of the different things you're doing to enable partners to drive demand. And would just love to hear, you really have sort of an end-to-end solution for them. So let's start at the beginning. What are some of the things you're doing to enable partners?
Yeah, so we have, the umbrella of the program is SAP Digital Academy. Mm-hmm. And the way we've kind of structured it is similar to college courses, right? So you have your 101 content that's primarily available on demand. So a partner can go from their desk whenever they feel like it to learn.
3 o'clock in the morning if they...
That's right, any time of day, and available, 365 days a year, to learn about things, the importance of social, the importance of getting your name out there, the importance of your digital presence and ensuring that your listings are correct and that you're coming up correctly in search when someone's looking for you and those things. So we kind of start with the basics. Mm-hmm. Then we move into what we call our 200 level, right, which is a little bit more in-depth, might go into social selling, might go into some of the easier to implement tactics from a marketing perspective. So you don't necessarily have to be a marketing person to execute on them, but they're marketing tactics.
But you have the foundation in place, and it sounds like partners can sort of self-select. If they're like, what's LinkedIn? They can get that information. And if they're ready to move to the next level, they can sort of take that next step as well.
Yeah, so we also have all the way to in-person workshops where we may bring together a dozen to 20, 50, depends on the region and where it's at, but partners in person to talk about things like funnel mastery, which is, how do you nurture those leads at the first few levels as they're coming in? What are the things you need to be doing on a consistent basis to make sure that you're in touch with that lead and, pushing them through the sales cycle and closing the deal?
You mean they don't just download a piece of content and buy something?
They don't just download, unfortunatally. I wish it were that simple.
We would be out of jobs, though, so I'm kind of glad that it's a little more
my
complex.
team does the content, too, so we'd still be there. But, yeah, so we have a variety of different in-person workshops to look at the different aspects of the customer buying journey. So whether you're looking at the beginning of the funnel or you're looking at nurture and renewal, we have a lot of different workshops available for that, and marketing experts on staff who go out and teach those. So.
Great. So the partner's educated. Mm-hmm. What's next?
Getting them to actually execute and start to create their own demand, build their own pipeline so that they can drive as much SAP revenue as possible.
Right, and you have content in place for them to leverage however they need.
Yeah, we have a variety of kind of, I don't want to call them traditional campaigns because they're still digital. Right. We don't do anything hard copy anymore. But we also really cater to the social selling. We have specific campaigns that can be used on LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, the Point Drive component of that, which are super effective, easy to implement. I mean, if we sat down, we could get you on one in the next 15 minutes.
And that... The social selling and you're like singing my tune with the LinkedIn. It's so much easier to get someone to engage on LinkedIn because when they go on LinkedIn, they're taking a moment, right? They're not like super busy on email looking for something and then an email pops up that they don't want and they want to get rid of it. They're on LinkedIn because they're like taking a $5 and they want to just calm down and look at what's going on in their industry and what everyone else is doing, and maybe they're doing it on their phone watching TV at night, but that's when you want your partners hitting that prospect with a message that makes sense for them.
Absolutely. And we create those campaigns so that the partner can customize them as well. It's not, as a prospect, you're not going to get the same campaign from me as they would from you if we're both partners, right? You're going to get a specific message from one of us.
With their tone, with their...
exactly.
Yeah, that's great. So. Anything else that you see as challenges for partners going forward that you really wish partners knew more about?
So, yes.
How long do we have?
How long do we have? So, one of the things I would love to see our partners take more advantage of is some of the artificial intelligence tools that we have available to them. Whether it's generating a prospect list with tools like Aberdeen or Merit Direct. I know there's a laundry list of those. Looking at the white spaces that exist within an industry and really honing in and targeting. And then if you could, on top of that, do some account-based marketing, I think you have some really, good opportunities there. We also have a service we launched last year called Contact AI, which is it has 4 different modules, but the one that I find most fascinating is the intent to purchase.
Right.
So if you're a partner, you have a list of prospects, you upload the list, and this service returns back to you, hey, we've seen that Heather has searched for HR software 5 times in the last week. Right. She's pretty serious. So it doesn't say she's pretty serious, but it'll give you...
But it quantifies for them something that we haven't been able to do in the past.
Yes, it'll actually, force rank that prospect list as to should you be paying attention to now,
right? Who
should you be nurturing for the long run, and so forth. So if partners could really, learn to use these tools and marry up the right marketing programs, the right marketing tactics with those artificial intelligence tools, they're going to win so much more business.
Right. Well, and it sounds like it's taking the data they already have. They're not spending money on more data and deciding whether that data is worth nurturing or maybe isn't, or where in the funnel it lands. And then based on the resources you have available, they can pick, okay, this is going into the funnel, this is nurturing through the funnel, this is at the end of the funnel, and they need a case study to get over the line. So that is really amazing, all of the different things that you guys are doing for your partners. Do you have any exciting wins, any stories, case studies for?
So the Contact AI was a pilot that we ran, and now it's widely available to partners. I can't reveal the partner, but we did, during the pilot phase, there was a list upload that did reveal some pretty interesting information, and some deals were closed as a result of that.
That's so great.
And some others are still in the nurture process.
Well, and from the partner's perspective, you, SAP, are showing them how much you care about their business because you're providing them with these tools that are going to help them make more money.
Yeah, it's a win-win. I know that's very cliche to say, but it really is, because we want our partners to be more successful so that we get more business at the end of the day. It's worked out really nicely.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited about all the different things you guys have going on. Maybe you'll come back and
I would love to come back.
Conversation going.
Yeah, anytime.
And thanks so much to all of you for tuning in. Again, this is Heather K. Margolis with Channel Maven. Be sure to use hashtag CMCtv.